Hi everybody, and welcome back to our second fish dish, which is going to be fish kedgeree, which probably you've never heard of, but I shall explain it all to you in a minute after I've washed my hands. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear everybody. Happy birthday to you. Don't forget, let the water run and rinse it off. Paper towel. What's that? Okay, so in here we have raisins, onions, 2 largish onions, 50 grams of butter, 4 cloves of garlic and a tiny bit of ginger, about the size of your thumb. So we're going to get this on the stove now and get it going. This is for the sauce. And apparently this recipe is supposed to be like a chip shop sauce. So I'm going to put that on there, get me poon, and then we're going to go back over here and I'm going to explain to you what happens next. So we have some rice, long grain rice that's been washed, 4 hard boiled eggs, some smoked haddock, cod, or if you don't like smoked fish you can use plain fish, 1 large chopped onion, some lemon, some bread that we made earlier, and this is going to be chicken stock or veg stock, whichever you prefer. If you can't eat meat products, this is fine. If you can't eat fish products, leave it out. So this will be half a litre of veg stock, this one. So we're going to go back over to here now and you can have a look. So we want these to cook away for about 2 or 3 minutes. That's it. Hi guys, there you are, that's been cooking now for about 4 or 5 minutes and it's just slightly getting coloured. So we're going to add to that 3 spoons, 1, 2, come out, 3 spoons of medium curry powder and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Give it a good stir. Okay guys, there we are, it's been cooking for another 2 to 3 minutes on a lowish heat. And now we're going to add half a litre of vegetable stock and 3 tablespoons of malt vinegar. In she goes. We're going to turn the heat up now to get it bubbling. And stir it all in. We're going to let it simmer, which means bubbling away on a low heat for about 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, and then we'll show you the next process. Right guys, we've got the sauce on the way. Now with Kedgeree the sauce is an additional added extra, but I always think it tastes nicer with a curry sauce on it. The original Kedgeree was just rice and nothing else. So in here we've got a large onion and approximately 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, which we're going to put on the stove now. And we're going to cook that till it's for about 3 minutes. If you come back, there's the sauce bubbling away. So over here, this is the rice. There's 300 grams of long grain rice, which has been washed to wash some of the starch out. foil boiled eggs, which we shall chop up later and add to it. Roughly 300 grams of smoked fish, some bay leaves. That's been cooked in some milk, just simmered for 10 minutes, and we shall flake that up and drop it in the rice at a later stage. And some lemon, that's for flavouring the sauce later on. Hi guys, the next stage, there's the onions that have been on there for about 4 or 5 minutes now, just on a low heat, so we don't want any colour in those yet. To this we're going to add 1 teaspoon of our favourite turmeric again, because that'll make it go nice and yellow, and 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 2 teaspoons of mild curry powder, give it all a nice little stir in, and let this cook now till it gets a bit of colour, about another 3 or 4 minutes. Now guys, as you can see now, it's starting to get a little bit of colour to it. It's called caramelisation. Meanwhile, we're just going to finish off our sauce with 1 teaspoonful of sugar and a little squeeze of lemon juice. I'm going to let that carry on simmering away. Now we're going to add to the onions and the seasonings. We're going to put a tiny bit of salt in and a tiny bit of salt in the sauce. The salt's bad for you and you don't want it really. We can, if you don't like salt, don't put it in. Right, now the rice that we've washed, 300 grams, plonk, in she goes. And we're going to cook that now for a couple of minutes with the onions. Hiya, there's the rice and the onions now. That's been cooking for about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. And you can hear it cooking and crackling. So to this we're going to add 600 mils of water. But I've put a stock cube in here, vegetable stock, just to give it that little bit more flavour. And when it goes, we're going to let that come to the boil. When it comes to the boil, we must have a lid. We're going to put a lid on it and turn it down and let it simmer for 10 minutes. Right guys, that's been simmering for 10 minutes now. As you can see, there's still a bit of juice in there, and we're just going to add the boiled eggs, 4 boiled eggs. If you don't like eggs, don't put them in. And the smoked fish. I'm just going to pull it to bits and put it in. I'll have to go and wash my hands a bit now. Right guys, the fish is in, the eggs is in. We turn the heat off and we mix it all together. Careful not to break it up too much because you want the fish to stay fairly chunky. Oh, there's the bell, dead on the bell, look. So once you've done that, the heat is off, lid's going on, and you leave that to carry on cooking in its own heat for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to finish the sauce off. So we want some corn flour. I think 1 teaspoon will probably be enough. Just sprinkle that in there. Give it a stir. Turn the heat off. Get your blender and blend away. Hi guys, 10 minutes later, onto a plate, bit of curry sauce, bon appetit. See you later, baked potato.